All right, everybody, welcome back for round 3. We've got two undefeated players so far. We have Enya versus Sarib.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet. We haven't seen Wintermoon yet today, so it's
no,
we
cool.
have.
Wintermoon's kind of fallen out of favor a little bit.
Yeah,
it's kind of had it seems like it's had a hard time keeping up with these Haraza decks. Just get out of the gate too quickly for him.
Yeah, I agree. This is kind of a good barrier to see if Wintermoon is what Wintermoon's up to. So,
and this looks like good old-fashioned control Wintermoon there with that Lullaby in hand.
Yeah, definitely. We see Lullabies and a few rune binds like we had chatted about earlier. Lullaby, pretty cool one. And then just kind of looks like pretty stock here. So let's go ahead and get it cracking here.
Yeah,
so.
worth. Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was like, worth noting he doesn't have double diamond, but we were kind of stuck in the between the middle of a shard playing there. Oh wow, this is definitely classic Wintermoon there. That Aya Winter, Lullaby.
Yeah, Aya Winter's a good one. So. Aya Winter, we're looking maybe to ramp out some things, you think?
Oh, yeah. This is definitely some Ali Eldrazi style Wintermoon here. Just looking to draw the cards, lullaby the troops, and ramp out the resources. So,
a lot of ice in the Anima's hand here. So
yep, I think I like the keep though. You've got you're guaranteed that you can continue to advance your board with relevantly with the Magistrate and the Rowan.
Sure.
So.
All right, you saw William Rowan hit the table here.
Why is Magistrate going to be actually pretty hard for Wintermoon to play through there? It's going to make it hard to both play an Interrupt and a Lullaby in the same turn.
Yeah, sure. We haven't seen Wise Magistrate yet today, I don't think so. Wise Magistrate's pretty powerful.
Yeah. This card, it's seeing a lot more play with Turbo PA because this card make it so when the opposing champion plays a non-resource card, each card in their hand gets cost +2 until the end of turn. Worth noting that a common way to play around this card is to make sure you play your card draw spells first. Sure. Because your card, it's not going to affect the cards that you draw. So
yeah, very good. So you can see here, like you said, it's going to be kind of a decent one for Sarib to kind of fight through. But there's a pair of rune binds in his hand, so there's ways to at least delay.
Yeah, and. Oh man, I really wish we had deck list here because I really want to see what all the ramp payoff is here.
Definitely.
These Wintermoon decks always have interesting win conditions, so it'd be nice to see what he's going to do with all those resources. So, kind of have a shard heavy opener for Enya here.
Yeah, it's a little heavy. The Ruby Ice is going to help, probably help here. Draw some non-resources off the top.
Yep, I think he played one out for the turn there. I'm assuming that meant he put Adventure.
Yeah.
So another War Turn General. Cool. So we're probably going to see General here with that standard Ruby resource. So worth noting that Lullaby reverts. So these War Turn Generals losing a lot of stock.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry about that. We'll show if I can get this on the screen here. Yeah. So Lullaby, like Mike was saying, is it's a true resource. It's a quick action, reverts all attacking troops, prevent all combat damage. So basically, it buys you a turn, essentially. Yeah. And also has, like you said, the upside of, for cards such as these War-Torn Generals, making them back to 1/1s.
Right. So there's a reasonable chance that he gets bit by the first one, because Lullaby's kind of fallen off of the map a little bit. But we can be curious as if we can see him play around that later on, maybe not attacking with all of his Valor's troops or...
This William Rowan has attacked a couple times, too. And we talked about just getting... this Rowan into play and William Rowan attacking here. We haven't seen William Rowan. I don't think we've seen him attack today.
Nope.
So it's moving up as we progress through the game here.
Not a very good dog. Not listening to his master.
Yeah.
So, but that card, it's also just a really good card to, like I said in the last match earlier against Kagalichi, it's just a great card to draw because if you play the card out pre-combat, you get the advantage of that extra line of text on Rowan that it gives all your troops +1/+1. That's not a trigger you're going to get if it pops out on the attack. So it's also kind of an interesting contestation between Fate Weave and the Rowan because you have a chance of bumping him down and bumping the dog down a slot there.
It's true. Speak of the devil.
All right.
Rowan comes flipping out here.
And the buff on William Rowan for Rowan being in play is actually a static modifier, so that revert is not gonna unbuff the Rowan there.
Yeah, that was pretty good stuff. And then you can see the War-Torn Generals held back. Could partially be because of Lullaby, but also because of a card like Pipit Hustler is pretty predominant in these style decks.
So. Yeah, 4 resources open on the other side. If you had If Cerebid had a Pipit Hustler to transform the Whirlwind and eat a General there, that would have just been
pretty big
awful.
block,
yeah. So he's very far ahead on board, just looking like he's trying to maintain his advantage here. So worth noting, we have not seen the Wintermoon player activate their ability yet.
Yeah, not yet.
It's kind of slow on the giddy up there. Only have one card in the card in the
boy.
Ooh, and that's.
This is a pretty good one here. This Heart of Embers.
So worth noting that since he's definitely planning on lullabying this turn.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he had any way to survive with a single Runebind this combat. No, he didn't.
Nope.
So.
Yeah, so it looks like we're almost in this place where this Heart of Embers is going to have to get runebound here.
Oh yeah. Well, and even rune binding, it's not the best because that's not removing the problem. That's just kind of putting it over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if that card, if that gets replayed off that rune next turn, then that means he's got a full resource pool to just machine gun down with those Valors.
Yeah, it's also notable that the Harza player has the option to place a resource on top if they feel so inclined.
Right. And had they played their resource for the turn yet?
I don't think so.
Because if not, that's very good play on his part, waiting to see if the card hits the table. Because playing around Runebind, because you're definitely going to want to put that resource on top.
Definitely. Like you see here, the attack, pretty big attack coming in, but the Lullaby was played, and it's going to make the damage be 0, taken from the Wintermoon player here.
Yep, and we're likely going to see I'd be hard pressed not to believe we're going to see a Wintermoon activation here. Their game plan is to keep
lullabying.
Keep playing lullabies. So
put our opponent to sleep, if you will.
Yep. He's well, Wintermoon tends to do that for other reasons, but
no comment.
No comment. But yeah, it looks like this is gonna be all she wrote here. I don't think we have any way to survive the turn, even between the.
They have 3 removal spells on CRB's table.
Yeah.
I guess removal. I use the term kind of loosely here.
Yep. So they're packing it in. So I don't think.
All right.
All right. So as we are getting the next match queued up, do we have any relevant bingo squares for this matchup?
That's a good question.
Hero Fall. Occasionally we see the Wintermoon deck playing Cottontail Explorers. Don't know if that's the case here. So
I have 3+ Intrepid Conjurers in play.
That could very well be the case. One Ice Keep on 7. That's always a good one. Oh, Transmog upgrades the target.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty solid one. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're jumping back down in here into the second game.
Yep. And there are not many matches where Matt doesn't know what a card does is not a valid one.
Yeah, that's true. That one's always live. So like, if you're feeling really bad about your bingo game, just remember that one's always live. For
All right.
So a pretty quick redraw here from the Wintermoon side. I believe they only had a well in hand as their only resource.
Yeah,
so.
that's not keepable. All right.
Pretty decent start here for the Haraza player here.
Yep, starting off. Oh, we've got War-Torn General Conjure. I am warming up.
Are you feeling good about that one?
I am warming my bopper up.
You think so? All right, well, on the Wintermoon end here, they have some mysteries coming on here. So Theorize is another card we haven't seen.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's just a basic action. Draw 2, and then you get to discard. So they can kind of filter out. They are a little shard heavy, I suppose, so they get to filter out what they're doing. So yeah, it looks like I can go for that here.
Focus. So still have not seen how the Wintermoon player plans to win the game.
Yeah. We've seen this Aya Winter now. This is the second time.
Yep.
But we haven't really seen what Aya Winter is doing, I guess, in the deck,
Right. So it's worth noting that we typically only seen Theorize previously in more of the combo-oriented decks.
Sure.
Decks look like the Syzygy Escalation deck, looking to churn through their deck. The Reanimator decks trying to play off that free discard. But here we also have it as a way for just 2 resources triggering 2 ramps off the Eye of Winter. Also a very, very powerful use of the card.
Now I spotted a Syzygy in the 7 that got redrawn. So there was Syzygies in the Winter.
Oh, I did not catch that.
Yeah, it was like real brief, but.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and Theorize again. Found a Lullaby. It's not bad.
Yep.
On the ways to get back in the game, lullabying for many turns in a row is
up top. And we see Wintermoon, getting to do what they wanted to do. They got to activate that charge power on turn 2.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, Wintermoon's charge power we haven't looked at yet. So.
Yep. So that was going to be for 2 charges. You get to put 2 cards back from your crypt back into the deck, and those gain the line of text when you play this. Draw a card.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. I guess we kind of alluded to it. One of the objectives is to lullaby a few turns and then place them back in your deck with draw a card. So they're drawing themselves over and over as we go.
Right. Yeah. The typically what you're going to see with Wintermoon players is they're either putting cheap cards or cards that they want to keep recurring, like lullaby.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to get this snowballing card advantage. So.
Pretty healthy board here for Hera's, just curving out, doing her thing.
Yeah, and we have a Valor left there. It's worth noting that because lullabies revert, the Intrepid Conjurers, they would all get shipped back to 2/1s, but they would also be copyable again.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Let's see.
Went ahead and used the Wintermoon power before looking at cards with the Arcane Focus, hoping to draw some with draw a card on there.
Yeah, how do you feel about? So we have we're okay to take the hit here. I don't see any reason to lullaby 7 damage when we're at 16. How do you feel about not getting the Eye of Winter on the table?
Yeah, so that might be the opening that you need to like jam it. Although honestly they don't have much going on, but I think you're probably pretty close. It's pretty close there.
Yep. Because we've seen that they do have some more expensive cards in their deck. Like we saw Bounty of the Magus in hand last game. So, because now he's probably, it looks like now he's just going to get stuck.
Yeah, now we're basically on the lullaby every single turn. Here comes a Transmogrified Fade, probably going off their Heart of Embers.
Yep. Yeah. There's no way. Yeah. That you're basically just dead if you let that card sit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this one's going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, because see, now he's at 8, and because now he's at 10 and he's 8, he's just not going to have a good opportunity to stick this Eye of Winter.
Yeah.
He could try and gamble and see, but no, he would just be dead to known information because of his Valor, so he just doesn't have an opportunity now.
Yeah, looking pretty rough on the Wintermoon end. Again, you saw Hera's played around Pipit Hustler once again with the War Torn General, just being pretty consistent, which I think is pretty safe considering the amount of attack that's on the table.
Yep.
Yeah, this one's gonna be. Ooh, that's pretty good too. The Righteous Outlaw we haven't seen yet. I believe this one is probably gonna hit the table.
Yep. It's a good speedy threat here. The Hereza deck just kind of firing on all cylinders. The only card it's really been missing is the Moonrise Elder to get that charge power active. Other than that, it's doing exactly what it wants to do. The Wintermoon players kind of stumbling a little bit. So looking. Match might be a little bit one-sided here. Yeah,
Wintermoon's basically on lullaby every turn or bust here from the rest of the game, and this Heart of Embers is going to be really brutal.
Yeah, they have pretty tall order to lullaby every turn and find a way to get that Heart of Embers off the table.
Yeah.
So,
as you can see, Heart of Embers about to use a Valor here on this Intrepid Conjurer. We're going to have one extra out. We're getting close here to some of our cards.
Warming the bopper up, Matt.
I'm feeling good. We might get a 2-for-1 here. I have a single Heart of Embers gets 2+ triggers also.
Oh.
Yeah, I could be in the market for a pair.
Our bingo cards have quite the matchup here.
Yeah.
Because we're tied at 3 and we both have a horse in this race here for the 4th one. Okay.
Yes, we do. See, Bounty of the Magus here. This is only for 1 still. This card is really good for the escalate mechanic.
Yep. So yeah, that's a great way to make use of that Eye of Winter because this card, obviously the draw cards on this snowballs, and that's gonna double as a ramp spell here with that Eye of Winter. But I think it's just too little, too late here.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. Another Eye of Winter drawn just for the ultimate.
All right, not even gonna bother with the lullaby.
Yeah.
Gonna deny me my square. So.
All right, well, that was a crazy one. It kind of showed just the power of. Just like playing on curve, I guess, as the Ardent side. And I mean, we saw the Wintermoon deck kind of just stumble and putter out. I guess it's kind of a consequence of playing like a ramp deck with like Eye of Winter and things like that, and like a lullaby centric deck. So
yeah, it's really hard to find a way. So the deck's primarily relying on Eye of Winter for the ramp, and it's just really hard to find an opportunity to get a 4-cost constant on the battlefield that doesn't do anything when it comes into play. So when you have a deck curving out like that, so
I agree.
All right, so I think we
take a short little break and find some more matches, and we'll catch up with you guys in the next round.